golden stories here, where the truth cuts sharper than a blade and every downfall burns hotter than fire. Buckle up, because this isn't just a story. It's an eye-opener, a slap across the face of hypocrisy. The flashing red and blue lights lit up the night behind a cherry-red Ferrari gliding smoothly down the highway. No speeding, no reckless moves, just elegance. Yet the sirens wailed. A police cruiser skidded to a halt behind the car like it had just cornered a criminal mastermind. Out stepped Officer Drake, the kind of man whose chest puffed out like he'd invented law enforcement. He strolled up to the Ferrari, smirk plastered across his pale face, tapping the hood with his flashlight like he was about to uncover contraband. "Nice ride," he sneered. "Mind telling me where you stole it?" His tone wasn't just suspicious, it was dripping venom. To him, a young black kid behind the wheel of a Ferrari wasn't possible without crime. The driver, a calm teenager with steady eyes, lowered the window. "Is there a problem, officer?" His voice was polite, almost annoyingly so. But Drake didn't want politeness. He wanted submission. "Don't play smart with me, boy," the officer spat. "A car like this doesn't belong in your hands. Step out before I drag you out." He grinned, as if humiliating this kid was a sport. A few cars slowed down, passers-by watching. Phones came out, someone whispered, "Here we go again." Drake didn't care. He leaned in closer, voice low and poisonous. "Better confess quick, or tonight ends ugly." The teenager didn't flinch, didn't even blink. He just sat there, composed, a small smile tugging at his lips like he was sitting on a secret too heavy for the officer to handle. Viewers, if you're enjoying how this storm is building, don't forget to like and subscribe, because, trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. Drake's hand rested on his holster, a little performance for the cameras now gathering. He loved an audience. "Out, now," he barked, spit flying. "I don't care if you polished this toy yourself or borrowed it for Instagram. You don't belong in it." His voice carried like a trumpet of hatred, and the crowd shifted uncomfortably. The teenager finally stepped out, tall, calm, carrying himself with quiet power that made Drake's arrogance look almost cartoonish. He locked the Ferrari with a beep, which made Drake's jaw tighten. "Oh, real funny," Drake growled. "Think you're slick, huh? Walking around like some celebrity. Let me guess, you sell dope to buy wheels like this?" His voice was thick with mockery. The teen tilted his head, studying him like he was observing a wild animal. "That's your theory?" he asked softly. His tone wasn't angry, it was almost amused, and that stung worse than rage. Drake shoved a finger an inch from his face. "Don't get smart with me, boy. You think you can sass a cop? You'll be face down on this concrete faster than you can say Ferrari." The crowd gasped, murmurs rising. One man whispered, "Why is he pushing it so far?" Another pulled out his phone, muttering, "This is about to blow up online." Drake puffed out his chest, mistaking fear for control. "Empty your pockets. Better yet, call whoever you borrowed this from. Maybe I'll let you walk if they pick up." The teenager's lips curved into that same infuriating smile. He pulled out his phone, scrolled, and pressed a button. "You sure about that, officer?" he asked, raising his eyebrow. Drake chuckled darkly. "What, calling your dealer?" The phone rang once, twice. Then a deep, authoritative voice answered. "Son, everything okay?" Viewers, if you're enjoying this heat, smash that like button and subscribe, because the blaze is only getting started. Froze. The teen's phone was on speaker. The voice generation 3, 300 words. Drake froze. The teen's phone was on speaker, the voice booming out crisp and commanding. Heads in the crowd turned, eyes widening. Drake's throat went dry, but pride kept him rigid. "Who's that?" he sneered, though his voice cracked slightly. The teenager's gaze never wavered. "My father," he said smoothly, "the police captain." The words hit like a thunderclap. The crowd erupted in shocked whispers. "Wait, police captain's son?" "He's dead, man. That cop is cooked." Phones were lifted higher, recording every second. Drake's smirk faltered, then twitched back like a broken mask. On the phone, the captain's voice sharpened. "Put Officer Drake on the line. Now." The teen held the phone out. For the first time all day, Drake hesitated. His bravado slipped into a pale sweat. "Yes, sir," he stammered, pressing the phone to his ear. His eyes darted around as though searching for an escape hatch. "I'm getting reports you stopped my son for no cause." The captain's voice boomed so loud the crowd could hear. "You profile him, harass him, threaten him, while cameras are rolling?" Each word sliced deeper. Drake tried to mumble excuses, but the captain cut him off. Shut your mouth. Stay exactly where you are. I'll be there in 5. The crowd exploded. Laughter, jeers, taunts. Someone shouted, "Pack it up, officer. Your career's on life support." Another yelled, "Smile for TikTok." Drake's fists clenched, but he couldn't strike back without detonating his career completely. The teenager leaned casually against his Ferrari, the picture of calm, savoring the reversal. "Funny," he murmured just loud enough for Drake to hear. "10 minutes ago I was just boy. Now I'm sir." Wild how respect works when the tables turn. If you're enjoying this wicked downfall, make sure you like and subscribe because trust me, the next twist will be nuclear. Sirens wailed in the distance, slicing through the tension like a blade. Within minutes, a black SUV rolled up and out stepped Captain Harris himself, towering, stone-faced, radiating fury. The crowd parted, whispering like they were watching Judgment Day unfold. Drake stiffened, trying to stand tall, but sweat betrayed him. The captain walked straight to his son, clasping his shoulder with pride. "You okay, son?" The teen nodded calmly. Harris then turned, his eyes locking on Drake with an expression colder than winter steel. "You," he barked, "explain yourself." Drake stuttered, words spilling like a broken faucet. "Sir, I thought he was, well, the car. And the attitude." Harris raised a hand. The single word crushed him. "You drew suspicion from thin air. You disrespected my son, my family, this badge." He stepped closer, voice low but lethal. "And you did it in front of witnesses and cameras? Congratulations, Drake. You just humiliated this entire department." The crowd erupted, cheering, laughing, phones flashing like paparazzi. One voice rang out, mocking, "Officer Drake, meet unemployment." Another shouted, How's that Ferrari taste now?" The teenager slid back into his Ferrari, revved the engine, and smirked through the window. "Next time," he said, "remember, status can't save you when your hate is showing." Then he pulled off, the roar of the car drowning out Drake's collapse. Captain Harris didn't look at him again. "Turn in your badge." And that, viewers, was Golden Stories. If you felt that downfall in your bones, hit like, comment, and subscribe. More Wicked Justice is coming.